What's up, you guys? My name is Preston James here at the Laughing Buddha Recording Studio, bringing you another hopefully helpful video. And as you can tell from the title, we're talking about ad libs. Again, it is another rap track. I've done a lot of rap and a couple pop songs on here. I think I did pop songs, but anyways, I'm gonna start changing it up a little bit so we can get through and do multiple different genres. Which I have some stuff kind of lined up that I'm going to start getting into. So stick with me. Hopefully these videos in and of itself is helpful, even if it's not with rap, but just in general for whatever mix you're working on. Right, a lot of this stuff is applicable on all genres. Now, how much or where you do the whatever, the trick or the mix move or whatever it is, the adjustment, whatever move you make may look different in different genres, but overall, same, but different. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. Ad libs, let's go. All right, excuse me. Okay, so here's a song. It's called Haymaker. I did the beat on this. My boy Rico Law jumped on with the vocals. He killed it. He crushed it. We were just kind of messing around, kind of fucking around with this, and it came out, I think, amazing. It sounds really good. Please check him out, Rico Law. He's got a lot of work out there. I've been fortunate enough to work with him along his journey, along my journey as well. So I'm grateful for him. You can kind of see my transformation from some of the first stuff that he posted, which was actually like 5 years, no, maybe like 4.5 years into 4 years into our relationship, engineer, producer, and artist, rapper, singer. But anyways, you can see it from whenever he released his first stuff to now. You can kind of check that out. But let's look at his ad libs. I really liked this song for it because they're clear. They're up front, but also kind of taking a back seat, and they just, I don't know, just sound like it would be a good fit for doing this video. All right, so I'm gonna let you hear just the verse that we're doing, and then actually we're gonna do a verse and a hook. Now I'm looking at it, I decided a verse and a hook. So let's do this verse. Let's check it out.
Eyes closed. Psycho when the beat is what they say whenever I go. When I flow, they lie low, no quiero problemo. A beast that's off the leash, to say the least. How I be blazing beats. Thought I reached my peak, but every week I still increase my reach. Thought it was sweet, now they can peach. Rico Law cannot be beat. I'm like Crawford in the ring, don't know about defeat. All I know is I'ma eat until I'm deep sleep. When I'm deceased, all my soul sees my kids are reap.
All right, there's the verse. Now I'm gonna play this last hook real quick.
They could tell I'm popping with their eyes closed. Hogging up the lane and oversized loads. He said he was that guy that was a lie told. They could see I'm popping with their eyes closed. They could tell I'm popping with their eyes closed. Hogging up the lane and oversized loads. He said he was that guy that was a lie told. They could see I'm popping with their eyes closed.
All right, so as you can tell, I actually feel like the vocals on that hook need to come up a little bit, or at least the ad libs, but that's neither here nor there. Mix was approved. I don't think he's released it yet, so here's the inside scoop. Anyways, so if hopefully you heard how clear they were. There's a few things that I do on every single ad lib, almost no matter what, which we'll go over in a second. But yeah, let me stop talking. Let's just get into it. All right, so first and foremost, I want to say that for these verse, we'll start with this verse. I'm going to blow this up just a little bit too. It's too much. Let's go here. All right, so for this verse, we did just these ad libs. It wasn't too much, nothing too crazy going on. Also, before I get too far into this, if you have multi-tracks, trackouts, and over a 2-track, like a beat, like this would be the beat that most people see right here. And if you have an option of using the trackouts, or the stems, as some people refer to them, then please use those. There's a big volume difference. I was getting I can only speak for myself, but overall, I can get a lot more out of your mix By having instrumentation, you have a lot more control over everything, which enables you to get more volume and weight out of not only your vocal, but all your instrumentation as well. And just at a level, literally and figuratively, to your liking, a level to your liking. So please, if you can get the track outs, multi tracks, or the stems, they're not actually technically called stems, but that is a different video for a different day. But yeah, let me know if you want me to do a video on that as well, and we can talk about that and how you can send them to your engineer, stems or track outs, if your engineer requests those. All right, cool. So these, I did everything that I did on the main vocal right here, except for a few things. So let's just go through this. I had a de-esser. I always hit my vocals with a de-esser first, 1176. And I should also say, going into this, for those of you who've seen my other videos, we went from the Eden LT386, which is Lauten audio microphones. It's fucking phenomenal. It's like a U87, but better. Actually, I can't say that. That's not true. That's not true. It's an amazing microphone. But we use that, then going into a Neve 1073 preamp. Actually, no, that's a lie. I didn't use I used an Avalon 737 preamp for this. So the Lauten Audio Eden 3 LT386 into the Avalon 737, and then into 1176, and then into Apollo 8, and then into my computer. You need to know that for context, because it does give the vocal a certain texture and sound. So some people are like, why doesn't my vocal sound this way? Because I'm running it through a $4,500 microphone, and then through gear, right? So it's almost like $10,000 before it's even going in. But the point is that I'm getting color and this sort of a sound that I already like going into it. So then the rest of the stuff is kind of, up to you. I mean, it is from the beginning, but that's my point. I just wanted to get that out there. Please don't ever forget that. If you can't get your vocals to sound like mine or somebody else's, it's like you don't know what they used on the front end first, like the microphone going into it. So it does matter if you're looking for a certain sound. Now, if you're just trying to get something out there to make it sound good and push that art out, don't worry about that. All right, cool. I apologize. Let's get into it. So de-esser, then into 1176. I'm not hitting it that hard. Let's see what it looks like.
Blammo, a beast that's off the leash, to say the least. How I be blazing beats. Thought I reached my peak, but every week I still.
All right, so it's not going too crazy, but it is a very fast attack. So I want the compressor to hit it immediately. That enables the main and lead vocal to stay up front, while the ad-lib takes a back seat. Right? Because if the compressor is hitting that faster than the lead vocal, then it's going to press down further. And it's like a fraction of a second, but that enables the vocal to keep its front seat during the song. Right? And then that compressor pushing it down is just making it just tuck back just a little bit more. So anyway, so hitting it hard there. Medium release. I might even take that down even lower. But then into an EQ, which I did some some EQ moves over here. I think it's the same one on my lead vocal. Yeah, except for on the lead vocal, I rolled off the top end. And then on this one, I did not roll it off. Well, I rolled off more on my lead vocal. So then some subtractive EQ, and then into some additive EQ. So we're pushing 4.7 dB at AK. And then we are pushing, what are we pushing here? Oh, 1. So I don't know why I thought to do this on this for the ad-lib. But I want it, for this particular vocal, I wanted it to be similar to the main vocal. I wasn't looking for like the telephone effect, which, you can find in any plugin almost, like a preset. So please use presets. Please use, they're amazing. But I just wanted it to still poke through, but I didn't want it to have the same perfections as like the lead vocal. So I just did some minor EQ on there, except for this subtractive EQ, and then I just boosted a couple things here, and then some saturation. This for me is key for ad-libs to really kind of stick out and make them more individualized, more unique, I guess is kind of a word to use. But it kind of separates. The vocal sounds like this, the lead vocal, and it's up front, but then you have this background vocal that sounds similar but not, and so your ear's distinguishing between the two subconsciously, if that makes sense. So it's same but different. That way it's like the song has differentiation in it, which brings it to life a little bit more, right? You keep breaking this down on a philosophical level or whatever, but the saturation is key. I have the same saturation on my lead vocal, but it could be the same settings. Yes, same exact settings. So in this case, I guess I wanted it the same, but usually I'll put the saturation on my ad-libs heavier and harder than I would on my lead vocal, so I can get them to stick out a little bit more and differently. All right, and then lastly, some soothe to smooth them out. That's almost like I push that 8K here in this plugin, and then I dipped it right here with soothe, which is kind of counterproductive, but I guess my ear heard something. I don't know. And then last but not least, reverb and delay. Most of the time, I will do a separate reverb and delay for the ad-libs. One thing that I run into is having a delay on my lead vocal, however slight and small it is. If I have that same delay, let's just say I run it through a send like this, right? If I run that same delay for my lead vocal and then into my ad-libs, then they have to compete with each other, and then you're not going to get the sound that you're looking for. For example, this is running a quarter note delay, and I want this to be a quarter note or half, and this one's just got triggered, so it's like and then this one gets triggered, and it's so it's like trying to work both of the vocals and do the same thing but different. I'm saying that a lot tonight, but it is, and it clashes. It doesn't go together well. So 99% of the time I'll run them on separate sends, different auxes. For this one, I did not, and the reason I didn't is because now I'm looking at it, and I did not run a delay on his vocal. I didn't, which would give it some more width and some depth, but I didn't, and it sounded good. So just a delay on the backgrounds, I guess. So see, I even have it labeled BG delay, so background delay. All right, and then verb. Let's see what I got for the reverb. Reverb is the Lexicon, the 224. Love it. It's just like I was gonna say stock plugin, but I think it came with my Apollo when I first got it some years ago, and I love it. I just throw it on. Little hint: I use it for all my vocal recordings. People love it. So you just run this. If you have universal audio, you have an Apollo like this. See, I have it right here. Right, I run the vocal over here where my vocal's at, and then I feed some delay into it. I run it with this little aux right here. So I can even push it right now. There it is. But that's how you do it. So anyways, that's a great reverb. And then cutting it off, right? Do some EQ on the reverb, and then a center plugin. So I'm pushing it to go wider. So this is a little trick that I like to use sometimes. I've talked about before. Pushes the reverb out, makes it seem bigger. And then this Echo Boy for my delay, quarter note. That's funny. And then digital delay. I like this setting. I like digital delay, this setting. Little Baby's engineer was using this, and I was like, what? Let me try this out. And I do like it. I don't use it all the time, but I do like it. Saturation should be up, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that because that should be there. Hopefully it doesn't change the sound too much. Then single echo, but yes. All right, so that's really it. All right, so now let's listen to these again.
Psycho when the beat is what they say whenever I go. When I flow, they lie low, no quiero problemo. A beast that's off the leash, to say the least, how I be blazing beats. Thought I reached my peak, but every week I still increase my reach. Told them sweet, now they capiche. Rico Law cannot be beat. I'm like Crawford in the ring, don't know about defeat. All I know is I'ma eat until I'm deep sleep. When I'm deceased, all my soul sees my kids are reap. It's a reap. They could tell I'm popping with.
All right, so a big thing I think a lot of you could probably hear is the delay on the ad libs. I kind of make that like something that I like my signature. I change it up, but I really like to hear the delay in the ad libs, however subtle. When I'm bumping a song that I've done, I want to hear that trail. And, you know, most of your average listener won't pick up on it for the most part. At least mostly, I've never heard that from somebody. Hey, that delay you did on those ad libs. But that, it just gives it more space and kind of more dimension, right? It's like makes it seem like it's bigger, larger than life. It's I don't know how to explain it. It just gives it something that I really like. So I like to do that a lot when I can, which is most of the time, but not always. All right, and then these. So for the hook, these ones are a little bit different, and that's because it's part of the hook. So let's see. Did I do anything different over here? Let's see this plugin. Nope. All that's the same. So they're all basically running the same thing. I could have swore they were different. I think I'm pushing this one a little bit harder. Yeah, I'm pushing this one for the hook a little bit harder with the EQ at the 8K range, but that's it. And then yeah, there's nothing really special about this one.
They eyes closed, hogging up the lane and oversized loads. He said he was that guy that was a lie told. They could see I'm popping with their eyes closed. They could tell I'm popping with their eyes closed. Hogging up the lane and oversized loads. He said he was that guy that was a lie told. They could see I'm popping with their eyes closed.
All right, so as you can also tell, I did want to boost that up a little bit. But you could also tell that this ad lib background, whatever you want to call it, is also like a lead vocal, right? It's just he's repeating what he's saying already. But I just treated it like an ad lib, and it came out great. So that's really it with these ad libs. I didn't do anything crazy. Two last things I want to mention with the ad libs that I think will really make your ad libs stand out is automation. So I have automated a lot of these, as you can tell, making some louder, some softer, and just kind of going with the song. And I usually will run a track. I'll just hit play like this, and then I'll put my song that I'm trying to automate. I'll just do latch over here. I'll hit latch, and then I'll ride the panner side to side.
Hey, eyes closed. Psycho when the beat is what they say whenever I go. When I flow, they lie low. No quiero problemo. A beast that's off the leash to say the.
So you could hear it in the headphones. I don't know if you're wearing headphones, but you could hear it. It went to one side when I was doing it. But anyways, I use that every single mix, every genre. That's what I use if I'm doing ad libs. Do the automation, and then I do the latch. Latch isn't always, but a lot of the time I do, and I always do automation. That's a key trick. I'm telling you, automation is key. It's a key one, especially sometimes for some of those S's. If you can't get it another way and you don't want to destroy your vocal with all these plugins, just dip it out. Use automation. Sometimes it'll take you a while, but just, it may sound better. So try that. And then lastly, that was it. I said it. The volume and panning. So automation with volume, and then panning from side to side. Let's see what we got going on here. This panning. Yep. So left to right, just changing it up, giving it some different space, right? Keeping it interesting. That's a thing that I think a lot of really good engineers do, is they keep it interesting by doing little things like that. I was listening to the newest Ty Dolla $ign album, which is really good. And there's a lot of different little things going on there with delays and effects and reverbs that are very small and slight. And unless you're looking for them, you won't tell as much that they're there. You can tell there's effects there. But I encourage you to sit down and really listen to an album like that to see what's going on with all the delays, reverbs, and effects that are going on. Because when you take something like Ty Dolla Sign or something like a Ty Dolla Sign record, if it's simple but feels good, you want to keep it interesting. So it can't just have the beat and the vocal. You got to do something to the vocal and the beat to make it more lively, right? People's attention span, especially nowadays, is just like shit. So keep it lively, change it up, automate, panning, volume, effects, change it up, get crazy with it, try it out. There's so many different plugins and variations out there and combinations you can do with your signal path to make it sound different and like I said, lively. So hopefully this gave you a starting point of doing your next ad libs. And yeah, again, put in your tool belt. Hopefully it helps. All right, you guys, till the next video, let me know if there's anything specific you want me to go over. And I would be more than happy to do so. I will talk about the stems versus multi-tracks or trackouts in a video as well. But again, check out my boy Rico Law. He releases stuff all the time, so check him out on all streaming platforms. Much love. Again, my name is Preston James here at the Laughing Buddha Recording Studio, soon to be changing. Don't know to what yet. I think the Laughing Buddha Studios. But love you guys. Appreciate your support and stopping by. And I'll talk to you soon. All right.